guys. Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Last night, something very mysterious was spotted from the central United States. A gentleman saw it from Colorado from an airplane. It was picked up on a camera in Missouri. We're going to take a close look and try to identify what this was. Just when you think you've seen it all, then something like this comes along. Don't take your eyes off of Tropical Storm Debbie. It's going through a quiet phase right now. This thing's going to be sitting out here just off the coast of South Carolina for the next 36 to 48 hours. It can still set records and produce all kinds of flooding situations from North Carolina to South Carolina and many places in between. So once again, don't take your eyes off that storm. And there's a situation up here in Ohio right now. I wanted to share with you guys some video footage that I just received that's brand new from today. As you can see, Ohio is red. This is over here at poweroutage.us. 161,000 customers went off grid rather quickly. And I got this video just sent in from Jeff Lawrence. I put it in fast forward so you could see the classic rotation up here in the sky that's more than likely generating this severe weather in Ohio. This is out of northwestern Ohio from just a few hours ago. Strong storms are moving through Ohio right now. Ohio, Pennsylvania. In Ohio alone, there's 161,000 customers without power because of this system and probably other ones just like it moving through the area. Look at that rotation and how low it is to the ground, creating high winds and heavy rains. Get a load of that. Almost looks otherworldly, but that is real world stuff in Ohio literally just a few hours ago. Once again, as 160,000 plus customers lost power. Moving over to Pennsylvania, 26,000 without power, 12,000 in South Carolina, 77,000 in Florida, and just over 1,700 in North Carolina. Look for those numbers to change as this storm is just now moving offshore. You can see the back end of this storm starting to recharge, so it's going to bring a lot more rain to South Carolina and North Carolina over the next 36 to 48 hours. So don't take your eyes off that storm just yet. Coming over here to the homepage of the website, today's feature photo was sent in by Steve and Emily out of Indiana. Check out the pink sky. That is exactly how I received the photo. Very beautiful sky with what looks like a vortex hanging down in the sky above Indiana. Checking in on the GOES X-Ray Flux over here at the Space Weather Prediction Center. All quiet the last 24 hours. Looking at the Earth-facing side of the sun, it is loaded and ready for action. Just because it's been quiet the last 24 hours doesn't mean it's not primed and ready for action. We could see a big increase in solar activity over the next few days. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. All in all, pretty quiet. No earthquakes to speak of anywhere. Every once in a while, you'll see some small earthquake activity around the caldera. Not much to speak of and not much magma intrusion. Once again, the power outage situation over here at poweroutage.us. Wildfires still cranking out here in the western United States. The largest being the Park Fire over here in Northern California. 414,000 acres consumed. 34% contained, so that's still a very large, in fact, the largest wildfire underway, once again, in Northern California. Coming over here to spaceweather.com, something very mysterious occurred in the nighttime sky last night at 3 o'clock in the morning while most of us slept. A ghostly comet-like object glided above the central USA last night. I did not see it in person, says Dan Bush of Albany, Missouri, but this morning, upon reviewing my camera for Perseids, he's talking about Perseid meteors, he discovered this remarkable event. And wow, is it remarkable. Unlike anything you'll probably ever have seen. I assume this is a polar orbiting satellite fuel dump, breakup, outgassing, or something else, he says. Alexander from WestJet Airlines also saw it from a plane flying over Denver, Colorado at 39,000 feet. And again, this thing was probably spotted in multiple areas. It just hasn't shown up yet. So here's what I've done. I've taken a couple of still images. I've zoomed in on the center part of this mysterious sky phenomena. Once again, that was in the sky last night at 3 a.m. over the Central Plains, or at least it was spotted from the Central Plains. This thing may have been very high up in the atmosphere, may have have been outside the atmosphere. Not quite sure what we're dealing with here, but I want to show you guys a close-up view of this thing that almost looks like at times it was being chased by a couple of objects through the early morning sky. Check this out. This was above the central U.S. at 3 a.m. Video credit, D. Bush, Missouri skies. Here we go. Here's the object. This is in fast forward. It took over 11 minutes to clear the field of view from this camera that's facing north. The star you see right here is Polaris. This one over here is Capella. This is Cassiopeia up here. And here's the object moving through the early morning sky. Once again at 3 a.m. I have this in fast forward. It took 11 minutes at normal speed to go from here to here, moving rather slowly. But as you're going to see from a different camera that was facing more to the east, this thing looked like it was being chased by objects, very small objects, or at least they appeared small, in the nighttime sky as it was moving across the sky. Check this out. This is super bizarre, and if that were some sort of a fuel dump, it's the most rare fuel dump ever. Okay, here's another angle. This is looking towards the east. Same object, whatever it may be. There's the centerpiece right there that's creating all of that activity. Okay, watch what happens here as this thing starting to clear the sky. Once again, this is in fast forward. See the object right there? There appears to be an object behind it, almost chasing it. There's an object up there that comes out of literally nowhere, gains on this thing. It's moving at an extremely high rate of speed, almost chasing this thing through the nighttime sky. Once again, this occurred at 3 a.m. This was in extreme fast forward. I'm going to show you guys what it looked like, or at least partially what it looked like at normal speed. Right here's normal speed. Here it comes, entering the field of view up here in the upper right-hand corner. See how slow it was moving? And again, if that was some sort of a fuel dump, what's going on here in the front? Everything looks very symmetrical, and most of the fuel dumps that I've seen over the years were very random. They were out of control, tumbling through the sky, creating what looked like spirals at times. This looks very symmetrical. Looks like it's under intelligent control. Doesn't appear to be spiraling or tumbling through the sky. It's difficult to tell if that's even in the atmosphere. That is absolutely jaw-dropping, whatever that was, at 3 o'clock in the morning. And once it became visible right there, over here in the left-hand corner, you can see the time says 3 a.m. and 47 seconds. By the time it cleared the field of view and completely disappeared, you can see it had a long tail. It was 3:10:53. So it took just over 10 minutes to clear the sky. This is again looking north. This is Capella, Cassiopeia. That's Polaris right there, the North Star. And here it is again looking to the east. That's the primary object. There's something that entered the field of view from the left. It almost looks like it was being chased by that object there. Directly behind it, again, there's the primary object right there. You're going to see an object up here appear out of nowhere, and it gains on this thing, moving at an incredibly high rate of speed. And if you notice what looked like long tuning forks or something, for lack of a better description, out in front of this thing right here, you mean to tell me that this thing right here is creating all of this sky spectacle that's going on, or that went on last night at 3 o'clock in the morning? Watch up here. You're going to see something dart out of the darkness. Right there it is. It's going to chase this thing, and it actually gains on it. I don't think that's an airplane. It's definitely not a meteorite, or it would have some sort of a tail behind it. It just came out of the vast darkness up here and accelerated to a very high rate of speed. And here's the primary. This is the secondary that's gaining on this thing that, again, appeared out of nowhere up here. And this is moving at an incredibly high rate of speed, almost chasing this thing. That's what it appears to be doing. Whatever this thing was, I don't know. I've never seen anything quite like it. I did zoom in to see if it had a specific shape, as what was being displayed in the nighttime sky was quite dramatic. Never seen anything like it before. So I zoomed in on this. I was looking for any type of visible shape. I was looking for anything. Get a load of that sky. That was absolutely unbelievable. So here's what I did. I zoomed in on this thing. You're going to see what looks like, at least in this segment right here, you're going to see what looks like an angle. See the angle right there? Almost implying that this is connected to this. Whether it was or not, I don't know. It's a little difficult to tell. but this looks like one piece, whatever it may have been, moving through the sky, creating all of that drama in the nighttime sky at 3 a.m. Where did this thing come from, and where was it going? And for that matter, where did it go? Once again, this was spotted in the nighttime sky, 3 a.m. from Missouri. It was spotted from Denver, and quite possibly many other places as well. But this particular sighting right here was out of Missouri by D. Bush. You can find the full article over here at spaceweather.com. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.